Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends. It's your buddy BoogeyMan Ben here for a new episode of BoogeyMan Ben's Horror Zone, and today's video is a Horror Fiend Tag. This is something that's been going around the horror community. I've been noticing lately on YouTube. My friend HorrorGal Susan did a video, and I commented on her video because I really loved the answers to her questions, and she suggested that I do it as well. So I said, well, what the heck, you know, if HorrorGal says to do it, you do it. So, got my questions written here, and I'm just going to go through them real quick and give an honest answer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag a couple people at the end of this because I'd like to hear their answers, just to keep this thing going. So I think it'd be kind of fun. Okay, so first question. It says, your first memory of watching a horror movie. Now, as I'm doing this whole process right now of writing this memoir, I used to always think that my first memory was Salem's Lot. But when I was real little, before Salem's Lot, probably when I was about 4 years old, there was Creature Features, which used to be John Stanley. It was on Channel 2 on my channel, and my channel out here where I live, and my mom and I used to watch it because I liked monsters. Because at that point I already liked Halloween, the season of Halloween and monsters and things like that. But the first memory I ever have, and I don't remember very much of it, but my mom said that there was one time she fell asleep on the couch next to me, and when she woke up, she asked me what I was watching, and I said The Twisted Brain. And I do remember that movie a little bit. I've never seen it since, but I'm kind of thinking about trying to find that and track it down. But it was called The Twisted Brain, and I'm going to try to find that one. So that is the very first memory I have of watching a horror film. My favorite horror movie kill. This one is a no-brainer. It comes from Friday the 13th, and it's this one right here.
Don't go out there!
Fuck you. No, fuck you both!
The next question is, recite your favorite horror movie line. I cannot do this line justice, so I'm going to let the great Anthony Perkins, aka Norman Bates, take it from here.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
The next question is, what horror movie do I love that everybody else seems to hate? And that's a real easy one for me lately, and that is Jeepers Creepers 3. I love that film. I enjoy it quite a bit. I don't think it's on par with the original. I think the original is still the best, but I really like the third one more than the second one, but a lot of people seem to hate that film. Now this one, I gotta read this one carefully. So it says, would you rather watch your favorite horror movie every day for the rest of your life, or meet your horror idol, living or dead, for 15 minutes? That one is pretty simple for me. I would rather meet my horror idol, who happened to pass away in 1992, and that is the late great Anthony Perkins. He is my favorite actor of all time, and absolutely love the guy. I've watched pretty much everything he's been in, and if I haven't, I'm always seeking out movies that non-horror films, just anything that the guy did, because I was just fascinated by his acting ability, and would love the opportunity to have met him when he was here. So yeah, that one's very easy to answer. And then the last question is, tell me a horror movie you think I should check out. To talk about a horror movie that someone should check out, I think Drag Me to Hell is a very underrated horror film. I just got the Scream Factory release of it, rewatched it. I hadn't watched probably maybe 2 or 3 years, but rewatched it again, and I don't understand why that film is not praised as high as some other Sam Raimi films like Evil Dead 1 and 2, or even his Spider-Man films. So many people talk about those other films of Sam Raimi's, and I think Drag Me to Hell is better than all of them. I would put it on par with the original Evil Dead. That's my opinion, but I think Drag Me to Hell is solely underrated, and that's why I'm going to be adding it to my underrated horror film segment, which I will be doing in the next couple weeks. It'll be reviving that segment, or that series, and Drag Me to Hell is the first film I'm going to talk about, because I think it's fucking flawless. It's just an amazing, amazing film. It's got a great mix of scares and horror, and not enough people are talking about this film. It should be on everybody's top 20 horror movie list, in my opinion. So that's going to be it, and I'm going to tag a couple of people that are friends of mine here in the horror YouTube community. I'm going to tag Todd from Todd All Things Horror, my buddy Phil over at Phil's Creepy Vids, and Joe Maganero from Joe's House of Horrors. So I'm tagging them, see if they'll keep this thread going. Let me know what you guys think about my answers in the comments section below. Would love to hear from everyone. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy, stay scared. Peace.